In this lesson, we carry on from where we left in our Comptia A+ Core 1. We are doing part 2 of installing motherboard and connectors practice questions. Make sure to watch till the end and make notes where necessary, as this lesson can help you prepare for your exam. Welcome to another lesson of Technology for All Academy, an academy that teaches information communication technology for free. To mention but a few, we have Cisco and COMPTIA-SERIES, and we'll be doing other vendor series in the future. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Makobe, the founder of Technology for All Academy. Without wasting time, let's start our lesson for today. Our first question of the day says, which interface is primarily used for internal hard drives in modern desktop PC systems? Remember to try answering the questions before you can check the answers. And for this question, our answer is B, SATA. Let's confirm to see the explanation. And it says, SATA is primarily used for internal hard drives in modern desktop PC systems. An explanation for the wrong answer says, the first one, Part2, also called EIDE, IDE, and ATAPI, is a parallel ATA interface and was the most common interface used for hard disks and CD or DVD drives in the past. It is not used in modern PC systems. The next one says, USB and FireWire are interface standards for connecting various external devices, including external hard drives. And lastly, SCSI is commonly used for server storage. However, SCSI is rarely used for hard disks in modern desktop systems. Question number 2. What is the primary purpose of the Thunderbolt interface? And the answer is D, to enable high-speed data transfer and support multiple types of connections. Let's click confirm so that we can see the explanation. And it says the Thunderbolt interface is designed to provide high-speed data transfer as well as support for various types of connections, including display, storage, and power through a single port. It combines PCI Express, DisplayPort, and power delivery in one interface. Our third question says, which connector on a computer is used to attach a mouse to a modern computer system? A, high density 3-row female DB15. B, RJ45. C, low density 2-row female DB15. And D, USB. And our answer is D, USB. And our explanation says, whether wired or wireless, a mouse is most commonly attached to a computer using a USB connector. And the wrong explanations, a DB15 connector with 2 rows is commonly used for joysticks. Another one says, the DB15 connector with 3 rows is used for connecting CRT monitor to the video card. And lastly, the RJ45 connector is used for Ethernet network connection. Our fourth question says, what is the maximum data transfer speed supported by USB 2.0? A, 12 megabit per second. B, 5 gigabit per second. C, 480 megabit per second. And D, 10 gigabit per second. And the answer is C, 480 megabit per second. Let's click confirm in order to see the explanation. And it says USB 2.0, also known as high-speed USB, supports a maximum data transfer speed of 480 megabit per second. This was a significant improvement over the earlier USB 1.1 standard, which only supported speeds up to 12 megabits per second. USB 2.0 is widely used for connecting peripherals such as keyboards, mice, printers, and external storage devices. While it is slower compared to newer standards like USB 3.0 and USB 3.1, USB 2.0 remains backward compatible with older USB devices and is still commonly found in many devices today. And our fifth question says, why does a motherboard typically support only a limited range of CPU models? A motherboard's BIOS can only recognize CPU of the same generation. B. Different CPUs require unique power delivery and socket designs. C. Motherboards have software restrictions that prevent the use of unsupported CPUs. And D. CPUs with different performance levels cannot share the same motherboard. And the answer is B. Different CPUs require unique power delivery and socket designs. And our explanation says modern CPUs are designed with specific electrical, physical, and technological requirements. This includes the type of socket, example LGA 1200 AM4, and the power delivery systems that the motherboard provides. A motherboard must match this specification to ensure proper communication and operational with the CPU. For example, an AMD Ryzen processor cannot be installed in an Intel motherboard because of incompatible sockets and architecture. And for the wrong explanations, while the BIOS plays a critical role in recognizing and supporting a CPU, it can often be updated to support a newer CPUs within the same socket and architecture. Next one, software restrictions are not typically the main factor in CPU compatibility. Hardware designs such as socket type, chipset, and power delivery are the primary limits. And lastly, performance levels alone does not determine compatibility. Many motherboards are designed to support CPUs with varying performance levels within a given socket and architecture. Question number 6. Why is thermal paste applied when installing a CPU? A. To increase electrical connection between the CPU and the motherboard. B. To improve heat transfer between the CPU and the heatsink. C. To secure the CPU in its socket. And D. To allow the CPU to operate at a higher voltage. And the answer is B. To improve heat transfer between the CPU and the heatsink. Let's click confirm to check the answer. And the explanation says, thermal paste is applied to improve heat transfer between the CPU and the heatsink, helping to manage the heat generated by the processor. It does not increase the electrical connection or secure the CPU physically, nor does it allow the CPU to operate at a higher voltage. Question number 7. Which of the following objects is installed between the backside of the system case and the motherboard ports? A. I/O shield. B. Standoffs. C. Fan. D. Heat spreaders. And the answer is A. I/O shield. Let's click confirm to hear the explanation. And it says the I/O shield, also called a faceplate, is placed between the motherboard and the system case. The shield protects the case from dust and debris. For the wrong explanation, standoffs are placed between the motherboard and the case and prevent the motherboard circuits from touching the system. Next, fans are installed in the system case but not between the system case and the back of the I/O panel. And lastly, heat spreaders are placed on memory modules to help cool them. Question number 8. It says, which of the following expansion slots are most commonly used for video cards in modern computer systems? A. PCIe. B. PCI. C. CNR. and D, AMR. And the answer is A, PCIe. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says PCIe or PCI Express expansion bus are most commonly used for video cards in modern computer systems. PCI buses are most commonly used for devices such as sound cards, modems, network cards, and storage device controllers. While you can use PCI for video, better performance is obtained from PCI Express. CNR is a legacy on motherboard slot to support networking, wireless communication, sound, or modem functions. And lastly, AMR slots are legacy buses on some motherboards that are used by riser cards to support sound or modem functions. Question number 9. You are in a process of installing motherboard in a system case. Which of the following objects should you place between the motherboard and the system case? A. Standoffs. B. Heat spreaders. C. Fans. D. Passive heatsink. And E. Support manual. And the answer is A. Standoffs. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says standoffs go between the motherboard and the case. Standoffs prevent the motherboard circuits from touching the system case and grounding or shorting. And for the wrong explanation, we have a heat spreaders go on memory module to help cool them. Next one, fans are installed in the system case but not between the motherboard and the case. Next, passive heatsinks are installed with chipsets and low performance processors. And lastly, the support manual is a booklet that contains information about the motherboard. Our last question for part 2 says, which connector is part of the system case and connects to header pins on the motherboard? A. Power switch. B. 24-pin ATX power. C. SATA power. And D. 8-pin EPS 12 volt. And the answer is A. Power switch. Let's click confirm to read the explanation. And it says the system case typically include wires that connect to the motherboard and provide the following functions: power switch, reset switch, case speaker. And for the wrong explanation, the 24-pin ATX, SATA power, and 8-pin EPS 12 volts connectors are provided by the power supply, not the system case. Take note, the wrong explanations are wrong for the question that we are answering, not that they are wrong for the computer systems. That's why I always emphasize to take notes so that you can learn a lot from these questions. In one question, you can learn probably 3 or 4 things that you can practice in a computer. So make sure to take notes so that you can learn more. Hope this lesson was informative and beneficial. If you benefited a lot from this lesson, please don't hesitate to share with someone who will also benefit from it. Last but not least, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell in order to be notified when we drop another lesson. With that, let me love and leave you. Have a blessed day. Thank you.